We've discussed the alternation of generations in a previous lecture with the different categories of plants we see on the evolutionary timeline, where we have a more prominent gametophyte or haploid life cycle in the bryophytes, and as we get to the gymnosperms, we actually see a very small gametophyte generation, a very large sporophyte diploid generation in both the gymnosperms and the angiosperms. But plants will undergo both life cycles, not just one. This is known as the alternation of generations. So to kind of look at this in more detail, and I'm going to focus on the bryophytes. We have two distinct forms here in the bryophyte. I can actually see a green sponge-like plant. That's the more obvious in this image. So down here, I would say that this is the more obvious one. Throughout the time of the year, I'm going to see this structure more so. This is the gametophyte. The gametophyte generation is known for being haploid, and it's known for having both male and female sex organs. Here, this erect structure coming out of this bryophyte, this is the sporophyte generation. Again, this alternation of generations, still focusing on the bryophytes, is achieved throughout the plant's life. You can see that I've brought this image to you guys when we discussed meiosis and sexual reproduction in humans. We can actually see some similarities here. Of course, there's going to be some differences through this alternation of generations. But the different generations are achieved through mitosis and meiosis. So here I have haploid spores that are going to go on and undergo mitosis and remain haploid, because mitosis is producing genetically identical daughter cells. They're going to give rise to gametophytes, so spores to the gametophyte. And here I can see this nice, beautiful gametophyte. Again, mitosis, so new growth, is going to produce gametes. So I still have haploid cells being shown here, both the male and the female gametes. And with the process of fertilization, I have two haploid cells coming together to make, now I've switched to a diploid organism. That's a zygote. That zygote is now going to go on and undergo the process of mitosis to create the sporophyte. I can see the sporophyte coming out from the gametophyte. It's dependent on the gametophyte over here, and achieve, through the process of meiosis, a haploid spore. And it continues on through the life cycle, where we switch from gametophyte generation to sporophyte generation. Appreciate where the cells become haploid, where we have diploid organism, and whether spores are creating gametophytes or sporophytes. They're going on to create gametophytes. Of gametes are going to go on and create gametophytes or sporophytes. Well, they go on to create sporophytes, and so forth. I love this image of this life cycle. Make sure to appreciate all the different events and which one follows after the other. Especially pay attention to the bolded text.